get dressed up, right? So I'm off to, I don't know what you want to call it, the service, the memorial. It's going to be a rough day. I think what I'm going to do though, and if I do it, you guys will see it here in a second. I think I'm just going to use the camera and record my audio. And like do like a mini slideshow of Tyler. Just because, you know, you guys are part of what I do, and I appreciate that. You're like family, and I want everybody to know who he is. So, alright, on to the inevitable. Alright guys, so this next thing that you're about to see, and you can tell that I'm obviously doing this after the fact, and I'm just splicing this in before it, is something extremely personal to myself and the family. I didn't record any video, and I only recorded the audio from me speaking. So I think it's about like a 4-minute little thing that I did. The reason why I'm sharing it with you is, well, several different things. Number one, it's going to tell you, you know, who my son is. It's going to tell you what we've been going through kind of this whole week. And there's some important, I feel they're important things in there as parents and as kids. Here it is, guys. Who is Tyler? His friend, cousin, nephew, grandson. I met Tyler for the first time shortly after Casey and I became friends. He was 4 years old. Casey had brought me some Taco Bell at my work, and Tyler couldn't sit still, splashing in the puddles and getting his shoes and pants wet. And I've got a note down here to say that Taco Bell is Tyler's favorite food. Those were the days when his favorite phrase to say was, poo-poo on a shoe, pee-pee on a tree. Not sure if that's appropriate to say right now, but that was Tyler. Flash forward to a few years later, the three of us were coming home from visiting my parents, his grandparents, when the truck overheated. And we didn't have a cell phone on us at the time, so I grabbed a ride to a gas station at the next exit with a stranger. Great example setting right there. Who had stopped to help. When I got back, Casey told me that Tyler cried when I left. And when she asked him what was wrong, he exclaimed towards the stranger, "He's a stealer." He thought that he had taken me. As parents, we sometimes dig holes for ourselves. When Tyler was younger, I remember him asking me what a rooker was. And I asked him, "Where did you hear that?" Because I thought that I knew what he really meant. But he said he heard it in a song by Toby Keith. I was quick to tell him, "Oh, that's not what he said." And of course that was followed by the question, "Well, what did he say?" Which I quickly changed the subject. Going through some of the stuff Tyler had given me through the years, hopefully I can make it through this. Tyler loved the computer, especially when he was a kid, and he would print stuff like this all the time on it. This one simply states, "I love you, Mom and Rita and Pop and Troy. William is cool. Mom, can someone come over to my house like Brandon, because Brandon will be good. Mom, I love you, Mom." And I actually was getting rid of my old computer, and I found this on it. So I don't know when it was written, but "Dear Troy, thank you for letting me go on your computer for a long time. I love that because that shows you really love me. Thank you for loving my mom and loving me. Thank you for playing with me, coming to all my basketball games and baseball games and basketball. That was my fault. I just want to thank you for all that you do for me. I can't tell how much I love it. Thank you for all the bike rides and other activities we do together. I do love you." And here's a card that he had written me. I don't know the year, but it was something that he did in school, I believe. "Dear Troy, I love you. You are nice. You are my best friend, and I love you more than you love me. You are cool and tight. You are not mean. Nice." I remember Tyler's generosity. When we lived in our house in Lakewood, we did what was quickly adopted by Tyler as the tradition. Almost every Sunday we would go to the Jack in the Box and Starbucks to get breakfast. Whenever Tyler had money, he would always want to buy it for the family. He had a big heart and he was very generous. Telling him no when he wanted to buy something was almost not an option. But was Tyler a perfect angel? No. We all have our problems. And being teenagers, you know, we grow out of them. But now, the problems don't seem so big. And the flood of good memories overcome many bad ones. It does suck that something like this has to happen to bring all of us closer together. I encourage all of you as parents, hug and kiss your kids. Tell them how much you love them and how much they mean to you. And kids, love your parents. Remember, they don't fight with you, they fight for you. The slideshow that you saw was something that I created in the days after his death. It was a way for me to cope. I kind of felt helpless and wanted something that kept me busy for a while. So hopefully it was a way to allow you to grieve, but also laugh and enjoy and feel blessed that we were able to be a part of his life. So I ask you again, who is Tyler? He's my son.